what separates a 160 scorer, which is what I'm getting, from a 170 scorer in each of the three main, sections? And so I have more specific concerns I have for each of the sections. But in general, that's that's the question I would like your help answering for all three sections.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing that comes to mind is not simply blindly applying the strategies, but understanding why the strategies work. That's overarching across all sections.
Okay. And I'm typing, by the way. So
yeah, sure. With regard to games, it comes down to a couple things. One is efficiency. And efficiency comes down to reusing previous hypothetical scenarios and making more inferences up front. Someone who's getting a 170 is typically getting perfect on games, maybe -1, but games are the most perfectible. And so there's not really room to sacrifice points there. And obviously there are exceptions, but generally top scorers are getting perfect on games. Again, maybe -1. The other thing is being ready for curveballs. And so that means not simply blindly applying strategies, but rather being adaptive and being flexible so that even if a new unfamiliar game appears, you'll be able to handle it.
Okay.
Logical reasoning, again, Socratic review method. So leaving no stone unturned in terms of where your misunderstanding may have stemmed from. It could be the stimulus, the stem, or the choices. You talked about the choices already, but I will also encourage you to think about the method of reasoning in the stimulus and being, again, flexible with that method of reasoning such that it's not just about question type. You could drill questions by type. People often do. So flaw versus necessary assumption and such. But I would be looking for you to see how a test maker could take a given method of reasoning and convert it into a wide variety of question stem types. So flaw and necessary assumption being two sides of the same coin. Necessary assumption, what assumption is required in order for the argument to work? And then for a flaw question, we would say, okay, well, that underlying assumption, what if we accuse them of taking that for granted or failing to consider that may not occur?
Okay,
so
that's good.
Yeah, so thinking about how they go about even constructing these questions in the first place, where you could imagine mixing and matching stimulus and STEM. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.